All right, everybody. Want to do a little update on the convertible here. Hadn't done an update in a while. Just want mainly talking about CSI polish. So we've got the trunk all splattered and new mat. Got everything cleaned up. Trunk rubber in. Everything looking good. Got the bumper laying in the floor, so I'll trip over it and hurt myself. It's ready to go back on. We got all the molding on around the bottom of the car. Man, look at that mirror finish. All this 10-piece set is original. It was redone back in the late 80s. Reanodized, I think, at that point. NOS wheel well moldings. Got the convertible trim back around the windshield. Got the top wiped off. We're gonna give this thing a good clean, and I'm gonna dye this top black. I know you're saying, why are you gonna dye a convertible top? Well, gotta get him by for a year or two till he can get a new one. Kind of a backup on them right now on orders. Got all the getting the front end stuff put together. Car just needs a real good cleanup now. Clean up the wheels and tires. Got all the trim on the bottom. Still got to dye the dash, dye the column, dye the pad, dye the door panels. He'll probably put new front door panels eventually, but like I said, that'll get him by for a while. The Sim dye is a real good product when you clean the surface real well and you use an adhesion promoter. I'm gonna do the same thing on the steering wheel, but dye the roof black and should change the looks of the car totally. Hood open shuts. Readjusted the hood. I'm real happy with how these gaps turned out. Turned out real nice. So mainly now we're down to just a cleanup. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at on the convertible. So far so good on the CSI polish. Again, I've had several people ask me about this car, and you may run across this video and not realize I have probably 200 other videos on YouTube. I'm up to 566 on subscribers. Appreciate that, everybody. If you see the video, make sure you subscribe, and so you don't miss anything. The car was built, and I've probably said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. The car was built around 1985 to 1990. There is a date code on this front bumper, or the rear. I think it was on the rear. It was dated. I thought this was kind of neat. Looks like something I would have done. It was probably the chrome shop they sent it off to. It was dated 1987. So I would say the car was being redone around 1987. So here's the front bumper. And I wanted to show this. I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, right here. December 17th, 87. So that's when that bumper was replated. So what that tells me is that's when this car, about the time this car was built, and that's what the guy who owned the car told me. He was from Alabama. So what they done, and I've showed this in the past, but I'll say it again, they took Chevelle A-pillars, they took all the Chevelle workings out of here, they boxed the frame from the Chevelle frame, and they made what GM made a Monte Carlo convertible. This is what it would look like. Probably gonna step on some toes here, but anybody who uses a cutlass and uses the quarter panel area here out of a cutlass, you're screwing up. Chevrolet would not have put a dog leg in a Monte Carlo quarter panel. The Monte Carlo line is supposed to flow straight. This is what GM would have done. It would have been based off of Chevelle. The moldings here are Chevelle window felt, and of course these moldings here are Chevelle. This here is a Chevelle convertible. The roof, Chevelle convertible. All the workings under there, just like GM would have done it. Now you can go back and see my other videos of what a hack job it was from about right here to here. Down this area they had a little bit more of a roll, which caused to be about an inch of filler all the way down through here. But I got to thinking, think about on a two-door hardtop. You have a step, and then it goes up. So if Chevrolet had made a Monte Carlo, they would have kept that. You would have had a step, and then it would have went up. Top would have been cut off. So that's the way the route I took. Someone else might have a different opinion on that, but that's the style. I actually changed the way this car looked a little bit slightly back here by doing that. So anyway, but that's where we're at on the convertible. Probably got the paint and body on the car was 167 hours. We probably spent at least 20 hours cutting and buffing. And then this week, I've been reassembling and cutting and buffing. So the last couple days was all reassembly and just 13 hours just in the reassembly. So stuff takes time, people. I mean, it really does. This car is not going to be perfect. It's going to be a really nice car. I'm going to be proud to say that I worked on it and be happy with the way it turned out. So, anyway, that's that. And like, share, comment. If you have any questions, let me know. But I think as far as the convertible process and how it was built, when it was built, hopefully I answered your questions. We'll see you next time.